Sony is officially the largest shareholder of Kadokawa. This coming from GamesIndustry.biz. Quote, Sony is increasing its stake in Kadokawa Corporation, which will make it the From Software parent's biggest shareholder. The company announced a strategic capital and business alliance agreement, which will see Sony acquiring more than 12 million new shares in Kadokawa on January 7, 2025 for around 50 billion yen, aka $318 million USD. Added to the Kadokawa shares that the PlayStation firm previously acquired in February 2021, this will give Sony an approximately 10% stake in the company. Sony already owns a 14% stake in From Software, who developed Elden Ring, Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, etc., which is owned by Kadokawa. The agreement goes beyond the sale of shares. The two companies are planning to work together in future on a number of joint projects, including adapting some of Kadokawa's IP into live-action films and TV dramas, co-producing anime works, and expanding the publishing and distribution for both Kadokawa's anime and video games. End quote. So this isn't a complete acquisition like what it was seeming like they were interested in doing, because we've been following this story pretty closely just to see what ends up happening with this. And while this is not a complete acquisition, this is still Sony moving in to become the largest shareholder in the company. It's hard to say whether or not in the future Sony will go on to acquire the company if they just start slowly getting more and more shares. But for the moment, it seems like Sony and Kadokawa are getting closer and closer in terms of business stuff, which is pretty good, because if you think about it, Kadokawa, parent company of From Software, you know what From Software makes, right? Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne. There's a lot of potential there, so we'll see what happens with this.